So back in the little lean-to shack here out behind my barn, there's a 1970 408. I think this was the first year of the 408s, by the way. And it is serial number 1455. And this tractor here, I've gone through and redone the transmission. Well, redone. I unstuck the transmission. It was rusted together. Pulled it apart. Right now this tractor has a very bad miss at high RPM. I've kind of hid that in the videos, but it's either something to do with the points or the condenser. I've tried a couple different condensers, that hasn't done it. Tried spark plugs, that hasn't done it. So I think I've kind of narrowed it down to either the points or the coil. I don't remember if I've tried a different coil on this thing or not, but it's on my list. From there, we have the 1978, if I'm not mistaken. Oops, hold on. Switching pages, guys. 1978 5200 Kawasaki repowered. Single cylinder. Serial number on that is a 958082. Another one that runs really good. I've just really only plowed snow with it. I think I ran it with the rotary plow on it when I first got it. Works pretty good. Carburetor on that thing is sketchy, to say the least. You got to run it with the choke on a little bit until you get up in a higher RPM, and it's okay. I've tried cleaning it, and I've never straightened it out anymore. It's actually got worse every time I've touched it again, so just let that go for the time being. From there, we'll go to the 1970, geez. 1987 Pro 8. And that is serial number 598966. I've had this tractor for about, well, I got this in 2019. No, I got this in 2020, so I've had this about a year and a half at this point. And another good running tractor, just doesn't get used. And this Pro 8 is a straight LI. It does not have the 2-speed diff, as you can see in the dash there. From there, we'll skip over to what I think is a 1988 Pro 12. And this one has steering brakes and everything on it. As you guys can see, it has the snow cab and the Ariens style snowblower. I want to say it's a 32-inch snowblower. Sounds right, we'll go with it. And it is serial number 613330. Another good tractor. And right here is my newest Gravely tractor. It is a 1999 Pro 8. And this has the Robin motor on it. And according to what I got, because later on when they got in the Pros, they redid the serial numbers every year. So this is tractor number 328 from that year, near as I can tell. And it's new enough, it has a 985 model number. So that's everything back here. We'll go back to the other buildings. Alright, see how far I can get before the battery runs out. But right here I have the two 67 424s. The one on the right is J10492. The one on the left is J10755. Or on the left. Yeah, I said it right. But two good running tractors. Tractor on the right smokes a little bit. One on the left is missing the hitch and the belt guard. From there, we have the 1968 430. Serial number is J28209. I've rebuilt the motor on this, wire wheeled the frame, tried to make it as yellow as possible. There we have the 1969 430. I've got it running. It came from Glenn's, and it's a good tractor. I'm using it a lot right now. From there we have the 1974 812, which is serial number 21085A, and another good running tractor. Tubed the tires recently, rebuilt a deck for it. All is good there. Here we have the 1977 817. Serial number is... Oh, where are you, 817? 283113. This tractor here, still very persnickety. I put a whole new carb on it and everything, and it just runs the way it runs, and don't seem like there's much I can do for it. Back here we have parts and pieces, which is the 8162T, which I thought I had the serial number wrote down on this. Yes, I do. It is a 348250, which I nicknamed Parts and Pieces, and I rebuilt it out of a bunch of parts and pieces. So that's pretty much it in here. And back over there, there is the 56Li, which I don't have the serial number for off the top of my head, but it's over there. Don't you guys worry. Alrighty here, guys, underneath the pool deck here. There's not a whole lot of tractors down here. I've been trying to keep stuff under good roofs. But what is sitting in there is a 1971 straight C. Is a J67631. Another tractor that came from Glenn's. Got it running. This tractor was actually sitting outside under a tarp, and we found it while she was cleaning up over there. So another good running tractor. I've only have I run the 50-inch direct mount mower with that? I think I did. I don't know. Find out from memory later. But mainly I've run this tractor with a roller, and I've tried it with that direct mount mower, or whatever the heck you call them, rider deck mowers with the casters on them. But it's a pretty decent running tractor. Always seems to run pretty good. So from there, we'll segue over to the 5665, which, from memory, is a 1984. It is serial number 566789. No, hold on. 565789. And 1984. This tractor, right now it has half the steering brakes on it because the one side was locking up. And when you put these big heavy multi-mode mowers on, it doesn't help if you have it pulling one direction or another. But this tractor here now is a good running tractor. I was debating about putting snowblower on it. It may just get the power broom back on it for winter because the bracket holes don't line up. So then over here we have, I think it's the 1993. Yes, 93 Pro 12. Serial number on that looks like a 645916. And this tractor here actually runs exceptionally well. If it had a battery in it, I would probably use it every day. And since there's going to be an elephant in the room, and somebody will probably ask me, the 71 Cub Cadet does not belong to me. It belongs to the Brush Valley Antique Iron and Power Club. We got to finish working on that. It's on our list. You know how it goes. Winter projects. So one of the elephants in the room around here is the 1983 3910 Ford. Another tractor I've acquired. It's been exactly a year ago today. Today is November the 8th. I got this tractor. And I've promptly done a lot of work with it. A lot of work to it. I've spent a good bit of money getting it going and maintaining it halfway decent. At least the best to my ability and financial power. So another good tractor. Probably here to stay unless I get a four-wheel drive version. That's the only thing I don't like about it, because it's two-wheel drive. But I digress. For what I paid for it, good machine. Alrighty guys, up here under the, we'll just call this deck roof at the house, we have my other 67 C10A, and this was my second Kohler power tractor. And this tractor sports a snowblower year-round. It stands on guard, along with the 566 beside it. And the serial number on that commercial 10A, nope, not that one. I have 3 of them technically. That is a J18224, and bought that Point Pleasant swap meet, according to this, 2013. So I've had this tractor a while now too. 566. I don't have a year or a serial number. I don't even think it's listed on my papers here. I'll have to double check that, but I don't even think it's listed. And probably one of my favorite tractors, and a lot of people have kind of figured this out over the years. My 1978 818 Gravely Rider. This was my first Gravely riding tractor, and it is serial number 340919. At this point, I know this tractor has well over 600 hours, I think. I think I've put 100 hours on it since I've owned it, which is, in hindsight, not a lot considering the amount of motor work I've done to it, but still, another really good running tractor. And really enjoy running this tractor. The PTO clutch on this thing scares me. I really think the clutch is going bad on this thing. If I ever have to pull the motor back off, I'll look into it, but haven't had to pull the motor off. So, that's it for stuff up here. We'll just go out front. Okay, out front here with my trusty helper. And here we have the 1977 GMT 900. And I think, as you guys have seen, I have had this thing running. I have never had it running great. The only reason I have held on to it to this point is if I get it running good. I have a 3-point hitch setup. There's actually 2 setups back there, I think. Should be enough parts to make one. And I was always hopeful to find the rear PTO setup for this, which involves switching out the back cover of the transmission. And other than that, I don't really got much to say about that, because if I could do that, got to get it running good first is the first step. Then the second step is all of the tires on this thing could use minimal tubed if not replaced. So that is something on my radar, but it's not very high on the radar just because I have other things that do 3-point work. One of the other things is sitting here. This would be my grandpa's 1941 9N Ford. I've had this tractor since 2018 at this point. The tractor has been restored. I was trying to figure this out one day, and I think this tractor has been restored since around 98 or so, 98, 99. Kind of remember this being tore apart when my 48 Willys Jeep was tore apart. And this got painted and put together first because they took it up to the farm and beat the tar out of it where I beat the 3910. So, and this tractor here will not be going anywhere. I will tell you guys that. I will rebuild this tractor until there's nothing left, and somehow there's nothing left. I will probably buy another one because I kind of enjoy being around the 9Ns. So that is it for Steve's tractors, and I could get into a whole segment about vehicles. Trust me, I've been working on this thing again. And Big Red over there. But yeah, just thought that might be something different for you guys. I would still love to get them all out and get a picture, but figure I would document what I have while I have them. And I'm kind of downsizing behind the scenes, because actually this summer I had at least 6 or 7 things sitting outside, and as you guys have seen now, everything is under a roof somewhere. May not be the best roof, but it's under a roof. So that's the main goal behind all this, guys. So alrighty, fellas, I thank you everybody for watching Steve's Tractor Collection, or tractor hoarding, however you want to look at it. And that definitely has been a thing. I've been thinking about selling some stuff. What is the idea behind me getting all these tractors? most of the time too good of a deal, bulk deal, you know how it goes. So later guys, and I'll catch everybody in the next one. Later. You guys almost thought I forgot about this, didn't you? Okay, I almost did, I'm not gonna lie. This is a 1952L. You guys saw this on a video in the last 2 years. You guys saw me get it running, and the video is titled something along the lines of sometimes even winning is losing, something like that. But basically, this is tractor 70645. I have LI wrote down, but it can't be an LI that early. I could be wrong. Anyhow, pretty much block is cracked, transmission's cracked, cylinder is very deeply pitted, and this actually has a broken off vertical shaft in the motor too, so this became my yard art. And you guys thought I forgot about it. Pretty much is good for parts. I mean, if you really wanted to build the tractor, was your dad's or something, you take the handlebars off, fan shroud, the hood even wasn't originally with it, and you could build it, but otherwise it's just worth scrap. I mean, it's got good parts in it if I ever get in a bind, but you know how it goes. And now this is last but not least. In there we have be a 1956 Li. It looks like it's an M10321. I'm missing a bunch of parts. A guy locally gave that to me, and it's one of them deals that's complete enough to keep if I wanted to build one. It's actually yellow with red, or it's kind of, I don't know, it's almost like an orange or a yellow with red underneath, so who knows on that one. But it's missing a cylinder and a mag and a carb from what I remember, but everything else was good on it. And the last two things here. This is a 1967 transmission with a newer rider frame attached to it. So this is a 1967 430. This is this is J22927, and basically I bought this initially bought this tractor for parts. I used basically the front half, the frame forward out of it, and then everything else I put back together on it. I was either going to sell it as a complete roller, but it is missing the high-low planetary, and I've since robbed a bunch of parts off of it, like the ignition switch, and I'm pretty sure I took the throttle cables out of this. Yep. And the shifter balls, and you know, it is a rolling chassis. This may or may not just go out front with my other yard art. All there is to it. And I got the motor of this. This is I think it was an early 50s Brady walk behind tractor. Has the same kind of ratchet and sprag setup, kind of like a David Bradley. And I don't know, I just never really got into these sort of two-wheel walk behinds. Once you've been with a Gravely, you kind of get spoiled. Best thing I can say. And I could spend 3 more days on attachments, but yeah, there's snowplows all over the place, advanced castings all over the place, spare tires and stuff, snowplows, mower decks, sickle bar, snow blowers, all over the place, guys. So hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Thought I was done before. I was sitting down thinking about this, realized I forgot them 3 things. And I'll catch everybody in the next one. It's a beautiful fall day here, so should have maybe got them all out, moved them around, but kind of glad I didn't, because where I was going to put them is half in the shade, half in the sun. Plays hell on the camera. So later, guys. This might be 2 parts. So I figured I would end the segment with this. If anybody in the Greensburg area or Western PA or if this tractor surfaces somewhere. Looking for my uncle's 1968 C8 J33168. And tractor was sold roughly in 2017 when my uncle passed away. My aunt sold it. So tractor has actually been on the channel before, and I did a top end rebuild on it. So if you guys run across that, let me know. Alright, now that's it. A little bit of after party thoughts, you know. What are you gonna do? So for anybody curious, I have this all on a Google document, and it looks like I have about 90 tractors total. After going through and doing that today, I realized there was 2 or 3 on the list that was on here that I have sold. So I'm not showing you guys everything, like telephone numbers and whatnot. I have that. I'm pretty sure I have everything. The only thing I might do is like the ones that are just fan shroud. I need to go and do this, like fan shroud 61. But this is definitely a good way to keep track of your stuff. Because like I have where bought, how much I paid, notes, manufacturing numbers. I have years bought, hub, engine numbers, all kinds of stuff on here. So it's definitely a good way to go, guys. And that's how I keep track of my stuff, I'll be honest.